what's up, Jake Whip here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this cool laser effect. Alright, so now that we're in Fusion, I made a new comp, and it's 5 seconds long and 24 FPS, but that does not matter. You guys can change that to whatever length you want. You're going to do shift space and type shape 3D. Alright, and then we're going to drag that up and change the shape to a cylinder, okay? Then what we're going to do with that is bring the radius way down. Right, and you can grab in the window here and hold control to be extremely accurate. So get this to be about the size that you would want for a laser, and I like that. And I'm going to go to the rotation settings and rotate it down like that. So -90. And then I'm also going to rotate the Y so it's facing the way that our camera will be facing a little later on. Alright, so now we're going to drag down a camera, and we're also going to bring a merge and a render 3D. Now we're just going to connect the points up and grab the camera, drag that back. Oh wait, I actually got messed up about those shapes, so we can reset the Y value. There we go. Alright, so now on the laser, as you can see, it just looks like a little circle with a hole cut out, and what we want to do is make it so that you gotta check the caps. Alright, so I'm gonna make the laser so that it's one shape inputting into a bunch of different transforms so that it's very procedural. Alright, I'm gonna bring the shape over. I'm going to add a transform 3D, and then I'm gonna make another transform 3D. Okay, and I'm just gonna copy this one and paste it a few times, okay? And then just drag these down to the bottom for a little while. And then I'm going to output the first transform into the transform 3D2 and add that. And then I'm just going to drag this one off to the side. I'm going to go to the first keyframe on my comp. I'm going to drag it back. I'm going to animate the Z position, come 16 frames forward and have it pass the camera. Alright, so we got our first laser, and now what we're going to do is grab the next transform and connect that up like this and put that into the merge. And I'm going to move this one to about right there, move it up a little bit, go also to the second frame maybe, drag it back, again animate the Z position. And we can have this one come a little faster even. Alright, and now what we're going to do is just keep doing this until you have a good amount of lasers and it looks how you want it to. Alright, so one thing that we can do is actually take this. We can disconnect the camera from that merge and disconnect the render and add a second merge. That's not a merge. Just like that, so nothing's really happened. Let me give us some more room here. Little animation. I have, let's see, what is it? Six lasers here. What we're gonna do is kind of cheat a little and repeat this. So what we're gonna do is do shift space and add a duplicate 3D. Okay. And then we're going to add the duplicate 3D in between the merge 3D and in between our merge nodes, okay? Then let's go a few frames forward and adjust the copies to about 10, and then just crank the offset a little bit. Right, needs to be more than that. Right. So that's my animation now, and I'm just going to adjust the copies until it is at the end of my composition. Alright, needs to be more yet, so I'm going to do 30. Let's just jump to 30 right away. And that's like perfect for 5 seconds at this speed. Alright, now what I'm going to do is adjust the rotation in the duplicate, and that'd be the Z rotation. Right, now what I'm actually going to do is adjust the time offset so it's a little more and crank the copies down. So then there's a jitter tab on the duplicate. So this is a way just to make it so that it's a little more random. So you can just play around with the time offset. I crank that all the way up. Add a little bit of translation jitter. That'll make it look a little bit better. And don't play with the rotation at all because that'll give you some weird effects. Alright. So now if you play this back, I'm just going to save it quick. It doesn't look like it's really duplicating at all. Alright, so this is a problem right here. What I'm going to do is grab my camera and just move it forward so that doesn't happen. And now we've got this done. Alright, so then for all the lasers that are sitting out here, what I want to do is adjust the camera and make it so that it clips all of those off. So when you adjust the forward clip, you also have to uncheck the adaptive near forward clip. Alright, so that's my animation now. And I feel like that looks pretty nice. So lasers have the kind of like white inside and then a glow on the outside. So we're going to make this so you can change the color glow anytime. Alright, so now we're going to do this. So first we're going to make the glow. So we're going to do shift space and add a background and change the color to whatever color you want the laser. So we can actually do F2 and rename this laser color. Okay? And then we're going to connect the render 3D up to the laser color. And if we preview the laser color, it's red because all the lasers are coming in as a mask into the laser color. Alright, so then what we're going to want to do is take the render output and put that on the laser color. Then if you view the merge, they're all white now. And that's because we composited the white lasers back on top of the red lasers. So if we add a glow after the laser color, you can start to see the glow around the outside of the lasers. Alright? Then we can just bring the size of this up and the glow intensity. Right, so probably pretty intense. And then a good size. So now it looks like this, alright? So that looks pretty good. But what we're going to want to do is keep overlaying this until we get it so that it looks how we want it. So after the merge, we're going to add another glow, okay? And if we preview that, we'll make it so that the white glows in there a little bit as well. Alright, and then what you can do is go ahead and add a color corrector and add some saturation or desaturate it, whatever you want. I'm going to desaturate it just a little bit because I think the red was a little intense. You can add contrast if you want. I'm going to up my gain just so that they're a little brighter. And just play around with the settings until you get something that you want. So last we're going to bring down a background, connect it up, and then connect that to the media out. Control T on the merge. So now it's on a black background and you can see all the lasers. Alright, so I think this looks pretty good. You guys can adjust anything that you want in this. Like if I want to make the shapes longer, I can just go into the shape and change the height, and all of them will become longer. If you want to add just a little more to it, you can turn on motion blur and the render 3D, up the quality and shutter angle. And that will take longer to render, but make it look like they are moving a little bit more. Alright, so if I uncheck it, that's what they look like. And that's what it's like with motion blur. So I like it a lot with motion blur, and I'm going to leave that on. Alright, so I think this looks pretty good. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. Comment down below if you guys want to learn how to do anything else inside of Davinci Resolve. Hit the subscribe button so you stay notified for more tutorials, and I'll see you guys next time.